Looking at the west front of the Capitol, where in about an hour and 15 minutes, Joe Biden will take the oath of office along with Kamala Harris as vice president. The field of flags in the foreground. We would normally expect to see people there, but owing to COVID and then, of course, the restrictions regarding security, there will be no spectators other than the invited ones. And this looks like the Clintons arriving.
Yeah, we're watching that hallway where we've seen the dignitaries. The Clintons, just one of several former first couples who will be there today, including the Bushes and the Obamas. President Carter, who's well into his 90s now, will miss inauguration for the first time. And of course, as mentioned, President Trump has decided not to attend. And in fact, Air Force One carrying President Trump has just arrived in Florida, I'm told, or is arriving. There we go, a shot of Air Force One. Yes, on approach for its final landing carrying President Trump. And he has, as you mentioned, about an hour and a half or so, hour and 20 minutes remaining in his term as the 45th president of the United States. Let's go to Casey Hunt. She's on Capitol Hill for us. And Casey, we've talked a lot about security. We see these dignitaries and everyone looks pretty calm, cool, and collected, but there have to be some jitters given what happened on these very steps 2 weeks ago.
There absolutely are, Savannah, and there are people who have decided not to attend the inauguration today because they're worried about security. Obviously, I'm standing on a lawn here down front of the Capitol that normally would be packed with people, and instead there's plenty of grass between me and the dignitaries that you can see seated behind me, just a few invited here. But even some of those who were extended an invitation decided they didn't want to risk it. And I know at least one Democratic member of Congress came to attend this ceremony wearing body armor, wearing a bulletproof vest. And it's possible there are others. We're working on reports that say as much as that. I also spoke to one member who decided that they didn't want their spouse to come because they were worried about who was going to be with their children in the event something terrible happened. And that anxiety has really been pervading Capitol Hill. I mean, the doors on the east front that were broken open by rioters, one of them is still broken. It hasn't been fixed yet. So this building still bears the physical scars of what happened on January 6th. And those are, of course, scars that our country is dealing with collectively and metaphorically as well. And of course, trying to heal those scars is a major theme for the incoming president-elect Joe Biden today. And I will also say, Savannah, I was thinking about this as you were showing the Air Force One landing in Florida. There was a pretty strong message sent here from Republicans. The vice president, current vice president Mike Pence, Mitch McConnell, the Senate Majority Leader, Lindsey Graham, a senator from South Carolina, once one of President Trump's staunchest allies. They are all here. They did not attend that farewell ceremony that the president threw for himself at Andrews Air Force Base as he was leaving Washington here. Instead, they came here. Paul Ryan, the former Speaker of the House, told pool reporters on his way in that he was here to send a signal that our institutions stand and that the inauguration represents all of that and those continuing traditions that, frankly, President Trump abandoned in large part over the last 4 years. And as I've been watching everything unfold today, especially that visit to church where Joe Biden, the incoming president, reaches out to all four bipartisan elected leaders in Congress and says, please come to church with me. And they say yes. That is radical normalcy, it feels like to me. It is just not something that has been a traditional part of covering Washington under the Trump administration, but it was previously that way for many, many years before.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.